When Aaron Krause, the founder of Scrub Daddy, showed up on the set of Shark Tank, he had nothing but a prototype. No fancy packaging, no major branding, and he didn't have hundreds and thousands of dollars of sales. He had an idea and an example of it, and so do almost all product launch investors. When an investor invests, like Lori Greenberg did in Scrub Daddy, they're investing in the potential of the product, not the perfection. And guess what? This concept is true for online entrepreneurs too. You do not need to launch with everything perfect. Today, we're diving into what you do need and what you don't need to launch your business and the steps you need to take to do so. You're listening to the Freedom Entrepreneur Podcast, and I'm your host, Lindsay Sutherland. Let's dig in.
Don't miss an episode. Subscribe to this show on whatever podcast player you prefer, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, it's Lindsay, and I want to pop in here because I know how overwhelming it can be to get started building an online business. I've even spoken with people who've paid thousands of dollars for help from people who are truly experts in this, and they're still feeling confused about what direction is right for them, or if their idea is even a good one. Listen, you don't have to guess or pray or hope or any of that. There is a way to test the market to ensure your idea is a good one so you can launch with confidence. And that's exactly what I show you in this simple 35-minute video training. I keep it simple because I know you already have so much swirling around in your brain. I'm not here to add more confusion because what you need right now is clarity. And that's what's in store for you in the short training called How to Tell If Your Idea Will Be Profitable. Access the video right now by texting the word FREEDOM to 55444. Stop guessing and start taking strategic action. Text FREEDOM to 55444. All right, back to the show.
Aaron Krause had a sponge that changed texture based on water temperature. He had done some modest sales, so he had a proof of his concept. He had a working prototype, and most importantly, he had a belief in his idea. What he didn't have was perfect packaging, a deal with Target or Walmart, millions in revenue, a full product line. And yet Lori invested $200,000 for 20% equity. She saw the potential, not the perfection. Today, Scrub Daddy has done over $670 million in sales. It's a big difference, isn't it? It has been the most successful Shark Tank product ever. The key lesson, the Scrub Daddy you buy at Target today is not the same product Aaron pitched. The packaging changed, the colors changed, the product line expanded. They iterated based on what customers wanted. If Aaron had waited for perfection, someone else would have launched first. Here's why this matters to you as an online entrepreneur. I want you to think about doing it the same way Aaron did. You have expertise. That's your prototype. You have an idea of how to help people. That's your concept. You're afraid it's not ready yet, but here's the truth. Investors don't invest in perfection. They invest in potential. Customers don't buy perfection. They buy transformation. Your first version will never be your final version, period. The entrepreneurs who succeed launch with what they have and improve as they go. So let's break it down. Here's what you don't need to launch. You don't need a perfect website. Sometimes a simple landing page or even a Facebook page works just to start. You don't need professional branding. Canva templates are fine. You can upgrade later. You don't need a fully built 12-module course. Deliver live first and record as you go. You don't need thousands of followers. You only need a handful of the right people. You don't need every detail mapped out. Many of those details would change anyway, and so you just figure them out as your customers tell you what they need. You also don't need ridiculous amounts of software or technology. Sometimes a simple Google Doc or Zoom is working fine, or a jot form. A lot of times free tools start in the beginning, and there's also inexpensive tools that can get you going later on. You don't need months of preparation either. Waiting kills momentum. Launching creates momentum. And it also forces you to put your little hiney in gear. I know from experience, okay? There's been so many times where I will have an enormous amount of energy when I have something I'm focused on, a goal I'm setting or something. Even if I haven't fully thought through every step, it always works out because I understand what I do need to launch. And this is what you need. You need a clear transformation you deliver. So you need to know what problem you solve and the result you create. That's the basis of your marketing. You do need a framework or a method, like 3 or 5 core steps that you're going to guide people through to get them from, you know, where they are to where they want to be. So you want to have clarity about that. And it is good to have at least your first offer. And it's okay if your first offer isn't fully passive. You might start out with a course that's a drip course that allows you to build it as people buy it, or a coaching program that helps you iterate your idea, or maybe a membership, a workshop, things of that nature are great to just have as a first offer. You also want to have a way to deliver it, and that goes back to the Zoom calls or the private Facebook group or etc. Just keep it super simple. You do want a way to get people in. So a lead magnet, a social media post, conversations, DMs, something to get people hooked into your space so that they know about your program, your beta program, and also what they can do, what kind of transformation they're going to get. So you do want to get that established. You want a system for that. And of course, you want to have the right mindset, curious about how things are going to go, willing to iterate, and just committed to the process. You're not going to just give up. It's okay if the first one, two, three flop. Okay. If each time it's getting better, that's a sign to keep going. Everything else can be built as you go. Okay, let's talk more about this mindset, about being curious and not being everything being perfect. It's sometimes really hard because you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, nobody will want to buy this yet because it's not fully done. Or why would somebody pay for this when fill in the blank? Every problem you run across is going to be feedback telling you what to improve. And I want you to reframe this from this might not work to, hey, if it doesn't work, I'll know what I need to adjust. Mindset shift number 2 is you can launch in beta mode. This kind of sets the stage where you get the ability to hook people in, and you set the expectation for them that it's not perfect. Also gives you a little reprieve and invites feedback to help you get it even better. Honestly, this is my favorite. Customers love being a part of this creation process. They're very more than willing and happy to support you along your journey. Mindset shift number 3, be playful. Really, really be playful. Remember, be serious about your commitment and playful in your strategy. Your plan will change. That's not failure, that's growth. Stay curious about what's working and what's not, and adjust quickly based on the feedback. What to do when things don't go as planned, because they're not going to go as planned. You just want to know that walking into it. What I like to do is offer a bonus or a gift. Have something already ready so if something goes awry, you have it as a backup. Like you could say, well, let me give you an extra one-on-one to make up for it. Or, you know, the module didn't go as planned. You had some tech issues. You're going to throw in an extra something to thank them, a $5 gift card to Starbucks, whatever. You're just going to do something to try to make up for it. And listen, people really remember how you made them feel. So, how you handle the problem and the fact that you were quick to have a solution matters more than the problem happening at all. So, just keep that in mind. Also, number 2 strategy here is you're going to launch with beta pricing. It's okay. You can charge less, but you could still be making money as you build it, and that's the important powerful part. But be transparent. Tell them, hey, you're getting in at this discount because you're my beta testers. But here's the good news, you get lifetime access. So as it improves, you are already in. You'll never get this price will never be available to anybody else. Collect those testimonials and case studies, by the way, don't forget that as you refine. Strategy number 3, build in flexibility. Don't overpromise a rigid structure. We'll cover X, Y, and Z, and I'll adjust based on what you need most. Okay, I want you to remember that framework. Like, this is what I'm going to cover, the outline, but we're going to adjust as you need, based on what you need the most. As an example of this, Emily, my business partner, and I recently launched a online course collective. And we have our beta people going through the program. And we did this exact step. We told them, hey, look, we're launching with a framework. I have it all mapped out, but there's tons of flexibility here. If you need more time or you're stuck on something, we can always deviate from my schedule. And I'll tell you what, people are loving it because it gives them that flexibility to go at their own pace and to not feel the pressure. And that's what's important. So your people will feel the same way, and they're going to feel like they're getting that extra special attention, which is honestly amazing. I would love to be a part of beta programs because of this exact thing. And last but not least, communicate transparency. Just tell them you're building this with their feedback. People respect honesty and collaboration. So you're not behind, you're co-creating. All right. So I told you I launched because I know the steps to take. So let me just make it really clear for you. Number one, you want to be clear on your transformation. What problem are you solving? What results are you creating? And who are you serving? Number two, you want to define your framework. You want to know those 3 to 5 core pillars that are going to get them from where they are to where they want to be. This is your signature method, and it's coming together. It's okay if you don't have a fancy name for it yet, too, by the way. Just start. Number three, create your first offer. What's the one thing you're going to sell? How will you deliver it? And today, what it looks like when you launch is probably not going to be what it looks like in 6 to 12 months. That's great. That's okay. Build your lead magnet. You want to have something that offers free value as you attract your ideal client. It could be very simple, actionable, related to your paid offer. Don't overcomplicate it. Step 5, launch in beta. Set a date 2 to 4 weeks out. Invite 5 to 10 people to join at a discounted rate. Make a goal. So if you want 5 people to join, invite 10 or 15, make a goal and then deliver the first content live. Don't pre-record anything because you're going to get such valuable feedback from people who are right there in front of you. Which is number 6, collect the feedback, iterate, adjust as you go. I promise you your next version will be better, and it's just going to keep getting better and better. Number 7, rinse and repeat. Just keep refining it as you go. Now, today we talked a lot about what you do need to have to launch and the things you don't need to have to launch. Very helpful to get you started. But if you want more help on implementing, you want to learn how to get started and specific steps or deeper nuanced steps, I invite you to join us in the Facebook community. It's called the Freedom Entrepreneur Online Business Builders Community, and it's on Facebook. I've got the link down in the description, or you can just search it up on Facebook, search up my name. Anyway, here's the point. A lot of times, what I have found is that people need more support on the implementation side, the doing side. And I will be doing live trainings starting in January on a weekly basis there. If you want help with something specific, that is the place to go because you can drop in your questions, you can drop in things you're stuck on, and I can certainly turn it into a training. Now, when you join, everybody who joins also gets access to my free mini course, The Secret to Building a Thriving Online Business. I teach you the 4 pillars that you need to have no matter what online business you're going to do. I don't care if you're a freelancer and you're going to trade time for money, or if you want to build courses, or you want to build an online brand on social media, or you want to build an AI SaaS program. It doesn't matter what you do. You need these 4 principles and it's free. So get into the Facebook community, get access to the group, and let's see your 2026 turn into your best year yet, my friend. Are you frustrated because you keep running into more month than money? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A lot of people right now are experiencing that, but that can be different for you. You have the power to make a difference in that. So get into the community, let's connect, and I can't wait to get you on your way to truly flourishing in this next year. All right, my friends, thanks for tuning in today. Until next time, bye for now.